Hey guys, it's Darth Tigger here, back with another Redstone Made Easy video. And today I wanted to talk about a slightly more advanced subject, and it gives me the chance to actually explain the way a couple of things work. So one of the guys on the Minecraft forums was asking how you could build a system where one door would open and the other door would close. Now, presumably that's to make sure, some sort of a trap or something. But if you put these two in a hallway together, you could only have one person come in, and that would close the door behind him and open the door in front of him, and it creates some neat ideas for some traps and things, puzzles, that kind of thing. So I did two prototypes up on how to do this, and here I'm showing the system which is powered from underneath. Obviously you can take the switch and put it anywhere that you want, or anywhere that the redstone will go. But it essentially works like this. So this door is open and that door is closed, and when you flip the switch, that door is closed and that door is open. And it's pretty simple. Okay. What's happening here? It's always activated off of the same switch. Okay, one switch to do both doors. Now that could be a pressure plate if you wanted it to. That could be a button if you wanted it to. You can make it anything that you wanted. Okay, but basically what is happening is right now, with the switch unpowered. See, there's no lines. There's no energy going out from it. See, that's powered because it's bright red. That's unpowered. So with the switch unpowered, what's happening is nothing comes to here. This is an inverter. And there's a redstone torch underneath there. You can just see it. Let me just get down here. There you go. You can see it there. So that's leaving that redstone torch powered, which is keeping this door open. Okay? The other side of that switch, it's coming up to an inverter, which gives constant power to this, which turns this redstone torch off, which leaves the door closed or unpowered. Right? When you power the circuit, that will turn this redstone torch off, which will close this door. The inverter will flip the power to turn this power off, which turns this redstone torch on, which opens the door. Okay? Pretty simple. So if you want to do it from a single switch or a single pressure plate, that's how you would do it. Alright? And then you just make your corridor in between the two doors, and you put your walls up the sides, and you make it a pressure plate up on top, in the middle somewhere, or on one side or the other, and there you go. Bob's your uncle. You can open one door or the other, but not both. Okay. Now, but the answer to the question that this guy was asking was he wanted two switches or two inputs of some kind to open the door for him. Okay, and the answer to that is what's called an XOR gate. Or an exclusive OR gate. And this is, I really like this because this allows me to teach you exactly what's happening with an exclusive OR gate. Okay? And basically what you do is you've got the two switches here. Now again, these can be put anywhere you wanted. These can be pressure plates, these can be buttons, these can be anything that you want. And I've got it attached to just one door right now. But basically what happens if you turn either of these switches on or off, and you can have it from both ways. If you do anything to either of these switches, the door will open or close. The door will basically reverse. Okay? And I want to show you exactly what's happening here. And in order to understand that, you have to look at the basis of this this whole system. With the exclusive OR gate, which is this block right here. And actually, I'm just gonna, I could put the lever right there, which would be exactly the same as what we've got right there. But just to show you, I'm just gonna stand the lever off just a little bit, like that. Okay. And what's happening here? So the switch is off, the line is unpowered. And when the line is unpowered, the two redstone torches are powered. Now it's just like our inverter that we normally use, except there are two torches sitting on this one this time. And that's really important. So when I flip the switch on, the line gets powered, and both of the torches turn off. Okay, now if you look over here, you're going to see that exact same thing. So this is the block that we were just showing right there, with the two torches turned on. Okay, and this is another block exactly the same as the other one, but with the two torches turned off. Now here's the interesting part about what's happening here. Okay, so what's happening is, so both of these torches are connected by redstone, and that redstone is coming out to another inverter, which is sitting out here. So basically what's happening is, if either of these blocks is turned on, which they both are turned on right now, okay, that powers this redstone in the middle, which turns this off. Okay, now that's important. So that's turned off, and you can see that. But it also powers these two redstone torches, which powers these two wires, which are going out to their own inverters. Okay, so because both of these are on, or either one of these are on right now, you're powering the wire out to here, which is turning these two redstone torches off, which turns the whole circuit off. Okay, now if I turn that off, so I've turned that one off, it turns this whole thing off, which turns this wire off, and turns that on. Okay, because I turned that inverter off, it turns this on, which powers the circuit. Okay, now here's where the really interesting part comes. So if I turn the second one off, so now they're both turned off, the redstone wire at the top, which is controlling that inverter up there, now it gets turned off. So before, it was either this torch or this torch, which was powering these two redstone wires. Now, because both of them are turned off, this torch gets turned on, and both of these wires get turned on, which in turn turns both of these wires off, which unpowers the door closing it. Okay, so if I turn either one of them back on, the door is going to open. If I turn them both back on now, what's happening is everything here is powered. So it's powering both of these out, which is unpowering both of those, which is unpowering the door. Okay, so it's getting a little complicated, but the point is, if either one is turned on at any time, the door will be open. Either one, whichever way you've got it. If both are turned on or if both are turned off, oops. See, both are off now. The door is closed, because this redstone torch right here is closing the door. If both are turned on, I think I got that backwards, by the way. This is both turned on right now. Yes, these are both turned on because it unpowered the torch. See, that one's turned on, so it unpowered the torch. So if both are turned on, it allows this redstone torch to invert these two and close the door. If both are turned off, which they are now, it turns off this redstone torch, but turns on both of these, which again unpowers this line to close the door. So if either are turned on, or excuse me, if both are turned on or both are turned off, either way, the door will be closed. But if either one or the other is in the off position, if they're in opposite positions, in other words, then the door will be open. And in electricity, we call this a three-way switch. It's pretty much exactly the same thing as we would do in electricity. Now, this is really important. Now what you've got to do is you've got to take this, and you've got to put them together. And you do that over here. Okay? Now, you'll see what I've done. You remember I had the switch over here the first time. It went up to my block here, which has this door closed now that it's powered. And I inverted it and has this door open, right? I do the same thing up here, okay? This side is simply going into the torch that's powering the door. This side's going through an inverter, and then to the torch that's powering the door. This is what always keeps the two doors in an opposite state. The fact that you've got this inverter here, and you don't have an inverter on this one. Then you marry that up with the same XOR gate that we had before, and the result is this. No matter which switch you throw, it will change the position of the doors. And you can never have both doors open at the same time. Now, in this particular case, I don't have any floors around this because I wanted to show you what was going on here. But if you decided... Oh, and I think I've got the doors... Oh yeah, that's what I've got. This one is actually for a corridor going this way. And it would have to be like this. There we go. I could have put them in line. I probably should have put them in line. It would have been easier for you to understand. Right, and just imagine there's a... Oh, I can do it. Okay. So, if somebody's coming through the corridor, they can come through this way, but when they get to here, that door's closed. Right? And you could put one switch here and one switch there if you wanted to. You can do anything you darn well want to. Then when I come back here and throw this, the guy behind, or you can put the switches outside, which is even more cruel. Because the guy outside throws the switch, and this door now closes. He can't get through. But the guy in the middle, right, his door just opened for him. See? And that's the solution to your problem. Hopefully I explained... My intention in this was to explain exactly how the XOR, the exclusive OR gate, works. Okay? So, just in recap, an exclusive OR gate, if both of your switches are powered, or if both of your switches are unpowered, then your circuit will be on, as you can see, will be off, sorry. As you can see right here. Okay? Your switches are in different positions, so your circuit, and this is really what I'm calling a circuit at that point. Anything out past the actual switch itself, so this is past the switch itself, your circuit is powered now. If they're in opposite positions, the circuit will be powered. If they're in the same position, the circuit will be unpowered. Whether that position is up or down, on or off, it doesn't matter. If they're in the same position, your circuit, right here, will be unpowered. If they're in opposite positions, your circuit will be powered. Okay? So, if you like what I've shown you here, please like the video, favorite the video, thumb it up, tell your friends, and if you have any questions, if there's anything else that you want to understand how it works, hopefully so that you can use it in your own Redstone gadgets, please ask me the question and I will make a video for you, and hopefully we can all learn how to do this together. Okay? Take care.